It is the World Series of Poker Main Event, Day 5. I am here with Brian Altman, who came in third in chips today. And I was going to ask you about a big bust out you had yesterday. But tell me about who you just busted right before this dinner break and how the hand played out.
I just busted a player at my table where early opened, I called next seat over with Queen Jack of Diamonds. He called the button. It comes 6-7-3 all diamonds. It checks to the button. He bets. I call. Turns an 8. Checks to him. Heads up. I call. I bet again. And the river's a 7. Pairs the board. And he goes all in. And I call. And he is King of Diamonds, Jack, offsuit. So that was nice to catch a bluff pretty deep in the main. And I'm back up to where I started the day at 4.8 million. So happy to be here.
Yeah, a nice big stack. And tell me about you busted Phil Ivey yesterday. Sort of in a similar situation with bluffing at a flush, potentially. Can you sort of walk me through his hand and how you ended up calling down on the river?
So Phil opened 2 to my right, and I 3-bet the hijack, and he called. I bet like a third.
What did you have?
Oh, I had Queen of Spades, Jack of Clubs. It comes Queen, Jack, 2 spades. He calls 60K, which is like a third. Turn is native spades, so the straight gets there, the flush gets there. It goes check, check, and then the river is a 3. Did I say 2 on the flop or 3? 2, yeah. River is a 3, did not pair the board. He checks. I bet 195, and he shoves for like 630. And it's a really gross spot. He's gonna have like a lot of flushes, and he can do that with straights for value. But I thought he's very capable, and I thought he could do it with something like 9s or 10s with a spade, or like ace of spades X. So I ended up calling, and I was lucky to be right.
What do you think is the weakest hand you would have called with there? Because you had top 2 pair, which is pretty good. Is there maybe if you had like bottom 2, do you think you still could have made that call?
It's probably like one of the worst hands. Maybe like ace of spades, queen X. I think I could maybe find a bet call just because I have the. Yeah, I mean I had the queen of spades in my hand too, which is like extremely valuable. It cuts out a few of his flush combinations, but yeah. So either queen jack or ace of spades queen, or maybe queen with the queen of spades.
Well, we're definitely, when we're watching it on Poker Go, holding our breath to see what you were going to do, but I'm glad you made the correct call. And a lot of times being at the featured table, you don't get as many hands, it's a little slower. It's the secondary featured table. But one of the perks is you can see people's whole cards and sort of analyze it later. Were you doing that? Were you like watching the hands when you went on break, or getting hand histories from your friends who were watching the stream?
Yes, I was. My younger brother was relaying hand histories. Thanks, Ian.
Thanks, Ian.
And yeah, so I was kind of getting a feel for like how people were playing, and it was nice to know, if someone ran a big bluff or if someone had it. So it was definitely really helpful.
Yeah, and did it make it harder because Ivy just wasn't showing both cards, or sometimes either card? Did it put you in sort of a tougher spot because you hadn't really known how he was playing during that time at the featured table?
The relevant hands with Ivy prior, I did get to see his cards. Like he bluffed me in a pot. He made like a really loose float in a 3-bet pot versus me with 9-7 of spades, and I ended up folding queens on like a ace jack 5 king X heart board. So that was good to know. So he's definitely got some tricks. But yeah, it was good to know. All information available.
Sure. Well, not at the feature table right now, but maybe we'll see you there later, today, tomorrow, who knows, final table. So good luck.
Thank you.
Of course. Stay tuned, PokerNews.com for all your other updates. Day 5.